We're making sure that we're not obligated to the inmate, that we're not dependent on the inmate. But that's why we're put in this position. We have to be better than them. Because if we don't respect ourselves, we can't expect the public to. How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tier Talk. I had a great question sent my way. It's from an officer who really loves the profession of corrections, loves doing it, loves his responsibilities, loves the role he plays. But he's surrounded by a lot of naysayers, a lot of negativity, people from the field who just rather criticize than actually step up and look to make positive change. And he goes, Gangi, what do I do with this negativity? Like, do I embrace it? Maybe I'm wrong for thinking so positive. Can you give me some advice? When I get back from our sponsors, because I've dealt with this, I have some advice that I want to give you. And I think it's important advice. I really do. So when we get back from our sponsors, we'll talk about what to do with those naysayers. How should we approach them? As always, guys, the show is Tier Talk. It's for you brave men and women that work that front line, those women and men that are dedicated to correction. So if you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. I stand by for our sponsors.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Being a corrections officer takes its toll on even the strongest individuals. The constant need to perform at the highest level, putting your life at risk in a hostile environment, and the mental scarring of traumatic experiences. 31% of corrections officers show symptoms of PTSD, and 66% of people with PTSD also suffer with a substance abuse problem. The Transformations First Responders program is specially designed to help veterans and officers heal from the grips of addiction and PTSD in a comfortable, supportive, and serene setting. You are not alone. If you have questions about the services we offer, give us a call at 866-762-8454 to get more information on this affordable and life-changing program.
Thank you guys for listening to our sponsors. You know, it's hard to work around a lot of people who don't believe in what they do because they're frustrated, and they have a right to be frustrated. They do. So don't think, I don't know why you're frustrated. I know why you're frustrated. But we also have to be the voice for positive change in this profession. We can't whisper in the shadows and hope things are going to change. We have to bring it out into the light. And usually those that bring it into the light are the ones that see the positive in this profession. They see the potential. They dig through the negative and they try to bring to light the positive about what we do. And those are people that love what they do in this profession, love the role they play, love their responsibilities, love the service they provide. So when you're surrounded by a lot of people who just given up, it can destroy you. It can, because you're surrounded by people that you respect who are just frustrated. And again, they have a right to be. And now you could be seen as an outcast because you love this profession. You love what it's about. But all because you love this profession doesn't mean you don't know the negative. It doesn't mean that you don't understand what's going on. It's just a matter of fighting through the negative to see the positive. So sometimes your love for this profession comes from that glimpse of hope that you see at the other end, that no one's willing to see because they're just got the negative all around them and they're not willing to dig through it. So here we are, we're fighting for this profession on that little glimmer of light that we will not let flicker and die. We will not let that light go. And sometimes that fight feels hard because you feel that you're fighting it alone. I mean, sometimes, I feel that way. But the reason why I do this show, my motivation, is because the one good thing I know about corrections, the potential, is the family that we have behind that wall. There's such a close-knit family behind that wall. And I don't know if that deals with just the environment of corrections. You know, you got the inmates and the officers, and they happen to be seen as two different groups, so one group becomes tight. You know, that I don't want to say the us versus them mentality, but sort of like with that group dynamic. And I feel like that closeness is something you're not going to find anywhere else. I don't even think the police have that closeness. Because again, we're surrounded in that building. We're tight. And around us is the other side, if you will. So that's my motivation. That's why I do this show. That's why I write for Corrections One. It's because I love the family and I feel that this is a way I can contribute back. For anybody that is going against those naysayers, for those that speak negative about the profession, and you're trying to show them that glimpse of hope, you're trying to be that voice for positive change, you have to know that the motivation for what you do has to be internal. This isn't a job where you're doing it for the money, even though we deserve more than what we're getting paid. Especially in Missouri, I'm hearing that they only make $14 an hour. You can make that at a Walmart. So who the hell's going to want to make that at a Walmart? I think actually Walmart may even pay more. So who the hell's going to want to make that in a prison when you can make that at a Walmart? It's a lot less stressful of a job. But having said that, you're not doing this for the money. The money is a great incentive, but the incentive to do this job has to be internal. It has to be from those people that see the potential when everyone else sees the negative. And again, they see the potential amongst the negative. So we don't want to destroy that glimmer of hope, because that's the person that's still going to battle for us, because that person hasn't given up. So if you are sitting there and destroying this person's belief about the job, I'm upset with that, because this person still believes amongst the negative that there is positive. So we don't want to destroy that, because that motivates the person to stay into the fight. That motivates me, because I know there's positive in this profession. Again, the family that we created. You know, once you start destroying that last bit of light that someone's holding on to, then it eliminates their want to continue the fight, to continue the battle. And it's a battle, man. It's a battle. So for those who are going through the naysayers, you know, or going through the negativity, and you loving the profession, find the reasons why you love this profession. Make sure the reasons are internal, because you're in the midst of a battle here. So it has to be internal, because I need you to stay with this. And then when someone says something negative, counter with something positive. Counter with something positive to balance that negative, but still appreciating their perspective, because they're frustrated. And then if you can balance that negative with the positive, as hard as it may seem, showing someone, yeah, but there is that light. If we could just get to that light, whether it's looking at corrections locally or going out and looking at it nationally, because sometimes we have problems and there's another state that has already solved those problems and moved forward, we could look towards them. But either way, we need those people with that glimmer of hope. Because if we don't have that person with that glimmer of hope, the battle's done. The battle's lost. There's no reason for us to move forward. So for those who are positive about the profession, stay positive. Continue with the fight. Find your motivation inside. Someone says something negative, balance it with something positive. And just remember, you're not alone. You are not alone. As always, guys, this show is Tier Talk. Please, if you haven't, subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. The bell's going to notify you every time I post up a video. As always, guys, stay safe.